Alrighty, what's up, YouTube? Just gonna keep this brief. I'm not trying to bite the whole Solik style here, but I think it's just the most practical way of filming, and I am wanting to film what I am gonna consider the journey to being the most lean I've ever been. So, journey to leanness, names in progress, but just want to document this kind of cut that I am started about a week and a half to 2 weeks ago here. Um, and Yeah, I mean, if people want to watch, that'd be awesome. But this is really kind of like a personal documentary, so I can look back and have records on my lifts, on the pumps, what I'm doing, what works, and ultimately, have that record and kind of thing to hold me accountable to stay on this cut. So, enough of that for today. We are going to hit some back and biceps. Going to go for a debaucherous back day, is what I like to call it. So, right now, just started the cut about 2 weeks ago. My carbs are pretty high, so I feel like I can still have pretty good quality lifts. I haven't ran into too much fatigue or lack of strength or big strength differences quite yet. I know that that's something that's going to happen down the line, but right now the pumps have been good, and I know the first few pounds that you usually lose is just water and everything. So I'm on the road to I'm aiming for about 173. I was trying to see if I can get there by the end of the year, and then I want to start now bulking up pretty seriously but cleanly starting in January. So I'm doing reverse of what everyone else is doing here, and yeah, I just want to cut as long as I can through the end of the year. I know holidays are coming up and stuff, but I feel like it's not going to be too hard to just avoid that during that time. So. Um, I'm currently about 185, I would say, in the morning, fasted, about 185. So I'm trying to get to about 173. 170 would be probably ideal. We'll see how long that can go for. Um, and yeah, I mean, I'm trying to lose a pound a week, so nothing too crazy. I'm not the biggest guy out there, but I want to see how lean I can get so then I can start putting on good weight. Um, but yeah, I mean, I just wanted to start the YouTube so I can have that to look back on. I can have my little banter to go back to and just have fun with it, man. I'm not really again doing this for an audience or anything, so I don't care too much about biting the Solik filming style. And but I think Sam's way of just filming is the most practical, low need for editing. It's like, man, all I care about is getting to the gym, getting a crazy pump, and call it a day. So that's exactly what we're gonna do here today. So on the itinerary is going to be just debaucherous back day. I have been starting with a heavy row. That's a heavy single arm row, and I'm looking like that's going to be what I start with again today. And not trying to do too many super lengthened movements uh, because of the fatigue factor. So gonna start with that one, and kind of we'll see where we go from there. But we'll see you inside. Alrighty, first movement already warmed up, but on these seated rows, I was taught a really good variation of just doing them standing. So this is the first movement, already nice and warm. So just gonna try to go for a really heavy, lengthened upper body row to start this. So let's get after it. Other side here. Good start. 2 more to go. Let's do it. Oh man, C came up on me. Okay. Whew. Got one more set. Had to lose the top layer. It's getting a little hot in here. Whew. Let's see it. Whew. Whew. All right. Let's move on to lats. Let's go into a lat pull down next here. It's traditional lat pull down. I was doing a supinated grip for a long time, but I've been liking this OG, nice, decently wide grip pull down here. So let's see what we can do with these. Oh, okay. Good start. Dropping the weight a little bit here. See if we can get a little bit more out of the squeeze. It might still be pretty heavy, but see it. All right. Okay. Yeah, it's good. All right. Okay, so drop the weight a tiny bit more here. Try to keep the reps a little bit higher. Man, I told you guys I'm not the biggest, but man, my back is feeling tenderloin already. I'm feeling freaking pumped already. So, about halfway through. Let's see what we can do with this one here. Come on. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay, I think that's enough of this one. Let's move on to a nice mid-back row next. All right, ditching the straps for this one. Just gonna go for a nice hard squeeze in the mid-back. Just do 2 sets of this guy. Gonna move on to biceps soon here. All right, let's see this. Whew. Okay. Yeah, I think one more of those. All right. Last set of this guy, and I'm deciding I want to throw in a just a burnout set of assisted pull-ups here to kind of finish decimating the lats, if you know what I mean here. So, whew, let's finish this one here. Again, I'm gonna leave the weight. I'm just gonna try to focus a little more squeeze, and if the reps don't get quite as high, it's okay. I just want to real squeeze on this one. Thanks. Oh, come on. Yeah, that was good. All right, last back set here. Then we're gonna move on to the biceps. Probably a little higher volume for the back, but who cares? So we're gonna do assisted pull-ups. I don't know why there's a huge anti assisted pull-up propaganda I've been seeing lately, and it's just a freaking good movement. Like I can do regular pull-ups, but there's no point of even trying at the end of a back day. I also think it's a really good warm-up to get length and a lot of blood into the lats. So if you've been staying away from assisted pull-up, don't. It'll be your best friend. That's how I got my. I would say I built a lot of my back strength with this guy. And I can do a few, few weighted pull-ups. Nothing crazy, but this definitely helped get there. So just gonna go for a burnout here and see what we can finish with. Yeah. Thanks. Okay. Not sure how form was on this set, but I was definitely the back's marinated, that's for sure. So gonna move on to some biceps here. All right, so as far as bicep goes, I've been just doing the regular kind of meathead curl lately. I've been just trying to get as heavy as I possibly can with it. I mean, at this point, I'm pretty depleted as far as energy goes, so I'm gonna pick up the 40s and just try to get as many as I can here, and then work my way down, and then probably end off with some more stable variations of curls. But I don't know, there's just something real testosterone boosting about just grabbing some freaking heavy dumbbells and going after it. So yes, 40 for me is getting up there. So okay. All right. Probably need to drop the weight from there. That's a good start. All right, gonna drop it 5 pounds. I'll see how this goes. I don't know if anyone else is like this, but my biceps just hit me like a truck. Like I'll drop it, however much weight, and I can just like I get hit by the wall real quick as far as biceps go. So I'm gonna try 35s here. I did 9 reps on each side last set, so gonna aim somewhere in the 6 to 8 range here. So let's see it. Okay. Whew. Oh, underestimated myself on that before that set, but man, whew. Oh, that was good. Probably go dip like another 10 pounds and just rep it out here and then go a little more stable. All right, dropping down to 25s here. My biceps, they've left the chat, so drop an F down in the comments for my biceps, please. Okay. Oh, oh man. Okay. I don't even know how I messed up the tempo or something on those, but okay. Let's go to some more stable. Seated, stable hammer curls. Triceps gonna be resting against this pad here, so really isolate the biceps here. Good use of the preacher rather than its traditional kind of variant. So, Okay. All right. Okay, I'm gonna keep the weight for the next one. Probably the last set of this guy, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna do any more biceps after this, cause yeah, I'm cooked. I've been cooked, chat. So let's freaking see what we can get here. Oh. All right. Okay. All right. I'm not really gonna pose down, especially with my shirt off, because I'm gonna wait for that. But I'm just gonna try to see if I can hit a few poses here for my lats to see if I can inspect the pump. So. Straight from the single. How's the pump? All right. So, honestly, I would consider that workout a freaking success. Oh man, I feel like my back is pumped. My biceps are nice and pumped. As you guys can see, I don't know how to pose down, and please forgive me for those poses. And again, this channel, or really me making these videos, is like for me to learn a lot about how I am as a lifter and kind of what niche I want to go into. Obviously, like hypertrophy, everything, right? But, I wouldn't really call myself a science-based lifter. I wouldn't go that far. But I wouldn't call myself an anti-science-based lifter either. I would say um, I would just identify as someone that goes to the gym and freaking works hard. So, uh, back feels amazing, biceps feel amazing, and I use a Garmin watch to track my workouts. And if any of you guys use a Garmin watch for strength training, you know how freaking hard it is for that thing to, say you had a good workout, you had an intense workout. So even my watch told me I had an intense workout today. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this is not going to be. I'm not trying to make this a super informational channel or anything where I'm just dropping wisdom on you guys. I would say I'm obviously still learning a lot about the gym, and that's why this is a big part of that. But as far as nutrition and all that stuff goes, man, I'm just trying to learn more about it. I feel like I have a decent understanding, obviously, and I feel like if I do what I know to do right now, I can get some pretty sick results by the end of the year. So, obviously, if anyone has any suggestions or anything, feel free to shoot me a message or comment or something. Like this is not a I think I know everything channel. It's actually the exact opposite. I think even the most advanced lifters can always learn from someone else. I've been super rehab focused. That's just my career, and yeah, maybe very functional. And now I'm trying to get more into, like, I just want to get big. I'm not trying to get massive, but I'm not going to hit you guys with the I don't want to get too bulky. If I always tell people, anyone I train or whatever, if you happen to get too bulky, I'll hire you as my trainer if you do that on accident, because I've never seen it happen on accident. So yeah, I don't know how often I'm going to film these. Most likely just on Sundays to start, like once a week. During the week, it can get crazy, but I'm trying to get a feel for how long this takes to film and all that stuff. And I just want to edit it same day, post it, not really think much about it. So I just want to be consistent is all. And take whoever wants to observe the changes and the transformation along with me. And yeah, I just think it's going to be fun. Thankfully, this gym that I go to is always empty on Sunday mornings for some reason. I feel like that's the best time to work out, and people don't feel the same. But but I guess I should probably talk about nutrition, where I'm at with that, um, kind of as a baseline. So I'm eating about 2,300 calories during the week, Monday through Friday. I kind of bump up a tiny bit more on the weekends. That's been helping me lose about a pound to a pound and a half per week right now. Um, Shooting for about 200 grams of protein and fats. I've been maybe on the lower end, lower than I should be. I've been sitting around like 50 to 55 grams a day. I don't want to mess up my hormones or anything, or just tank them super early into the cut. So I'm thinking of bringing those up a tiny bit, maybe like hitting 60 grams of fat per day, pretty consistently. But I've been doing a lot of protein and then carbs. I'm not scared of carbs, so that's kind of where I've been at with that. Drinking a lot of water, sleeping. I feel like I always sleep pretty good. I wake up pretty early every day, but honestly, I'm in bed by like 9 or 9:30 most days. If I'm up to like 10:30, just know, I was up pretty dang late. But yeah, man, I would say for today's kind of video that this is gonna do it. And if any of you guys have any suggestions, feel free to message me, whatever, drop a comment. Uh, I'm sure that most people watching this are gonna know who I am personally, anyways. So yeah, if you guys want to get some debaucherous lifts in the chat, hit me up. But got nothing else to say, so see you guys next time.